Welcome to the Wholesaling Inc. podcast, America's #1 podcast for new real estate investors, where we know without a doubt that finding discounted property is the most proven path to financial freedom. I am your host, Brent Daniels, Mr. TTP, and I am telling you, if I can do it, so can you. So let's get started. I'm going to start off with a quote that I saw off of an old Steve Jobs interview that I saw online. He said, most people never pick up the phone and call. Most people never ask. And that's what separates sometimes the people that do things from the people that just dream about them. And that leads me perfectly into introducing my guest on the Wholesaling Inc. podcast, all the way from Decatur, Alabama, Mr. John Scott. Say hello to everybody, John.
Man, Brent, what's going on, man? I appreciate you, dude, so much. That was a really great quote, and I think, dude, I'm just happy to be here, dude. I know I'm happy to be here, and I think.
Well, I'm telling you, it is absolutely the truth. And just hearing it from somebody like Steve Jobs and just he was talking about when he was getting started out and just having that hustle mentality that was just, you know what, nothing's going to stop me. I know that if I get on the phone, I'm going to make things happen. And that is, I mean, we're going to get into the breakdown of a massive deal that you closed in your market. But before we get into that, before we dive deep into that, I want everybody to know and understand what your experience has been. What was your life like before you discovered wholesaling, and what brought you into the world of wholesaling?
Basically what happened, man, I found out about wholesaling in 2014, and I was in sales. I just got finished playing some arena ball in 2012. A couple years later, I was just kind of just looking for an outlet. I didn't like the where I was at, financially. I didn't have good credit or anything like that. That same story. And then in 2014, I found on YouTube somebody was selling something. I was like, dude, I'm broke. I didn't have any money. 2018, 4 years later, I found out about Max Maxwell. And man, he put it where I can understand it. He put it where you just got to get some hustle. And Brent, I saw it and it was game over. And like in 2014, I read that book, of course, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, how he started, and it just kind of took off and wholesaling. And that's where I'm at. Max, he did it in 3 years. And I'm like, dude, I can do the same exact thing. So, yep.
And here you are off and running. So now, before that, I mean, were you looking at different businesses? I think a lot of people that kind of come across this podcast, maybe they're listening for the first time or watching for the first time. They're not really sure what it is. They're not really sure how it works. Like when you were getting into it, when you were kind of figuring it out, what was it that like you were looking for? Were you looking to be like build a business? Were you looking to be a real estate entrepreneur? Were you just looking to get big, heavy bank account? Like what was the main goal there?
Honestly, Brent, I was just looking to make some money, man.
Sure.
At the time, I know, like, from just reading. See, I ran into Earl Nightingale in 2012. I hit a rough spot in 2012. One of my good friends I grew up with, his name is Chrissy, and he pretty much showed me Earl Nightingale. And then I ran into The Secret, and then I just started kind of running to different books. And dude, I just ran across it. I had sales mentality. I knew I had talent. I have a background in sales. I've been, I've worked with Lids. I worked with a couple other companies. I'm not sure if I can say their name or anything like that, but I work with Fortune 500 companies, big companies, and I've always been in leadership. I have a football background, athletic background. I've always been, a type of person who was just a go-getter. And this real estate thing just clicked, man. It just clicked, dude. I've been listening to you for 2 years. It's like I said, it just clicked, man. And God is great. God is great, man.
So when you started really getting, you were piecing it together from YouTube with Max Maxwell, from the Wholesaling Inc. podcast, listening to us on that. What did you do first to get started? How did you start the momentum so that you were building up the pipeline of opportunities, your pipeline of leads?
Basic, like I did with what Max said. He said, yo, go find the probate. Go find this. Go do this. Go do this. Go do this. And dude, this guy here, Brent, I tell you, I was calling people. I have a sales background. I was calling people, and I'm like, all right, cool. I'm on step this. All right, I got to ask a great question. I got to do this. Brent, I was that hungry for this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I grew up in the projects, man. My mom, come up from poverty. I grew up in Yonkers, New York, and Alabama. I think moving to Alabama saved my life 100%. When I went to, I was a bad little kid. We really relocated in 2000. My mom's from Alabama. And man, Alabama really gave us the opportunity to, I was 15. This is the type of life I lived. I was 15 and moving to Alabama. That was the first time ever I had central air. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like that type of background, So sales is where it's at. I like sales. I'm a leader, and in this world, this climate right now, man, it's just, you have to be able to serve and solve problems and help one another, because right now I think this world's divided just because of what's going on. If people got outside and, really talk to people, if you really talk to people, then you would realize the world's really not that divided. So.
Right. It's opening up the conversation, and that's not only in business, but just talking
life,
about
man. It's life.
It translates, but that's the beautiful benefit. That's the collateral that comes with having all these conversations. Is all of a sudden you're talking to so many strangers all the time, different backgrounds, different situations, different problems, different emotions, and all of a sudden that starts bleeding into everything in your life, and you're able to really, really communicate more effectively because you're talking to people all the time. Yes, it's going to give you opportunities in business. Yes, it's going to give you opportunities in real estate, but also it's going to give you the opportunity to just be louder and be more confident with the voice that you have, and sharing your experience and helping people in your community, right?
Bingo. That's the whole thing, man. It's about, see, a lot of people talk about, some people make it big and never try to give back and anything like that. But we got to understand, people have to understand, you got to invest in yourself, man. And no one's going to give you anything. That's my mentality, man. I play nose guard, and my goal every play was to get to the quarterback, right? Realistically, you're not gonna get to the quarterback every play.
Yeah.
You just won't, right? But if you have that mentality, and you'll be able to accomplish anything, man. Like my friend, he talks about, I say anybody can do anything. Anybody can do anything. It doesn't matter, right? And I understand people are in different circumstances, different environments, but sometimes you just got to dream.
Yep.
You got to dream, bro.
Where does that come from? I mean, honestly, did that come from your family? Did it come from somebody, that you grew up with? I mean, you're growing up, you don't have central air conditioning until you're 15 years old. I assume that there's not a lot of positive conversations about money when you're growing up being 5, 10.
I grew up, my whole household, I grew up around hustlers. You put stuff together, you figure it out. Like, there's no hard feelings, you know what I'm saying? You just, no one's going to hand you anything, man. And it's not free. Like they say, the hustle sold separately, man. You got to really get it. You got to, and see, here's the deal. Right. I closed my first deal in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And I was making 90,000. I left for 17,000, bro.
Right.
Everybody's like, you about to leave corporate America, and I just hated it, every second of it. I hated every second. Me and my manager getting upset, and my manager never sold a cell phone a day in his life. I'm not a know-it-all, Brent. I'm not a know-it-all. I know sales. I know people.
Yep.
But here's the deal. Corporate America, there's nothing wrong with corporate. I love corporate America. That's why I learned so much stuff. And I'm not here to down it. But here's the deal. They need leaders, period.
I love it. Not only that, but I mean, that leadership, obviously you got a lot of that from athletics, right? From building that up. I mean, you were a professional football player.
I played arena ball. I did some arena ball. I'm super modest, dude. It's not about the money. We make money.
Right.
We make money. It's about, I'm the type of person, right? Check it. The type of person, I know I got to start here. I know what I want. I don't care about the stuff in the middle, the grind. Because my end result, start with the end in mind, Stephen Covey. Start with the end in mind. That's it.
That's it. That's it. And so what is now you're building this thing up. You've been doing it for what, 2 years, 4 years, 6 years?
Right. It took me 2 years to come to you, man.
I know. I don't know what you were waiting around for. You've been listening for a while.
For yes. I know Tom Crow. Listen, I feel like I'm part of the family here because
you are.
Like I know that. But before, like I told you in July, bro, this is like you the Kobe Bryant of this whole thing, man. For real.
I don't know about that. I might be the
too modest, man. You too modest, dude. You too modest, dude. And that's you humble, man. You're humble, bro. And that's what God is. God is working, bro. God is working. And I'm a big believer, man. You put out into the universe what you get back what you put out.
Well, listen, I mean, the fact is, anybody that works in the TTP family, anybody that works the program, you do the hard work, right? I'm your guide. I've got the plan, but you do the hard work. You have to go out there and take the action. If there's no action being taken, if you're not picking up the phone and making those calls, you're not getting any of the results, right? So it's all on you. It's not being humble. It's understanding and being realistic that you're doing all the hard work. You're building this thing up. You're the one going out on these appointments. You're the one dealing with the emotions of the property owner. You're the one solving that problem. And it's beautiful.
Right. And that's what sets, and see, here's the deal. I see why you are the way you are as far as the way you guys vet people into your program, right?
Yep.
I set myself apart from everybody in the world. Everybody's wholesaling. Everybody makes McDonald's. Everybody sells insurance. Excuse me. You know sales. Why are people going to come talk to you? Your experience.
Yep.
I know when I come to you, if a wholesaler goes first and I come back and he doesn't lock it up, it's game over.
Yep.
Game over. 100%. 100% of the time, it's game over. I'm working on one right now, Brent. The guy, I think there's some shady stuff going, but anyways, it's worth $285. I sent him a contract for $113.5, dude.
Mm-hmm. And he's going to sign it.
$30,000 worth of work.
And what was the issue? Why would he take an offer like that? Because people are listening and watching maybe, and they're like, why would somebody sell something that's worth that much for $113?
For sale by owner, he leased it. God bless his wife's soul, passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a contractor running out of money. He borrowed someone else's money out of a retirement fund.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's trying to repay the people back. Solve the problem. Listen, I say this all the time, Brent, and I'm not that guy. There is a message in the chaos. There's opportunity in the chaos. There's money in the chaos. Go solve the problem. Solve the problem. Go find the issues. 100%. That's it.
Yeah, and people will trade.
Run to the problems. Run to the issues.
That's it.
Bro.
Yeah, people will trade. Property owners will trade equity in their house for speed and convenience, right?
Yes, go ahead.
No, I mean, that is what it is. I mean, that's the whole business. And the beautiful thing is other people don't want to do it. Fix and flippers don't want to do it, right? They don't want to do the marketing. They don't want to get on the phones. They don't want to get in front of the property owners, right? Real estate agents want to deal with properties that are clean and easy, and they don't want to list these properties on the market because it brings down their average sale or it brings down their reputation or they get too many offers and it's too much work for them to go through all the offers to pick the best one. So that's the only reason we exist. We exist in this middle ground between somebody that has a problem in a distressed situation and motivation and cash buyers that want to do something special with this property, whether it's fixing it up, whether it's keeping it in their portfolio, whether it's living in it, whatever it is. But that's where we make it. We connect those two people together. We're in the middle and we get paid well for it.
That's right, man. Dude, that's it. And people are scared of that. And see, a lot of people are just want the money. They want the money. Don't chase the money. The money, the money. that's a cherry on top, man. Help these people out. Help these people. They need our helps. They need, especially Tom right now.
Now, with that deal, before we go into the one that just closed, with that deal that you're talking about, did he give you that price, or is that what you threw out at him because he didn't know?
I just listen. I've learned so much. I've been that guy. See, I learned from doing. I watch football. I'm a football player by just makeup, right? When you watch film, you watch your opponent. So when you you get blocked on the field, you watch film, like, dang, I stepped wrong. The same thing, man. Same thing. My life is the same thing. I look at life like, what could I've done better? What could I've done better on this? X, Y, Z. Dude, I'm just going. I'm not even worried about the house. I'm not even worried about. I just want to learn about your situation. I know you want to sell. I know it. But why are you trying to sell? Why? And that's what separates me from anybody else. Like, I'm not doing anything spectacular, dude. I'm just serving the people. That's it.
Yeah, but you don't get the ability to serve the people if you're not talking to them, right? If you're not being proactive, if you're not reaching out to them.
You know have what I mean? That's the number one key. That's how sales started. If you understand sales, you understand wholesaling.
Yep.
It's not about real estate. It's not about the real estate. I don't do anything on real estate. I'm in the people, like you say, the people's business, dude.
I love it. So let's break down this deal that you just closed and send me a big picture of you with the check in your car, smiling ear to ear. You know what I mean? Just like that. I mean, let's talk about this. First of all, let's break it down. Where did this? What list or what were you going after to be able to reach out?
Brent, let me tell you. I had, all right, so what's this, October? May. I closed 28.5. I made 28. I got $1,000 deal, $1,000 assignment. No. $1,000 assignment fee. Okay. Then I made 27.5 one. That's in the same month. A couple months later, I find this lady. We call on a multifamily house. She sold it. I had my VA said that she wants to sell. I called her. She sold the property, but I said, all right, do you have any other properties you would like consider selling at the moment? She said, yes, I do. I said, where's this at? She said, it's in X. I said, how much do you want? She said, 90,000. I said, I'll be there tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be there tomorrow.
And that's a beautiful thing, because I'm telling you, people make a fortune. I have personally made so much money, so much income, so many deals closed, asking the question when they say they don't want to sell the property that I'm calling about, do you have any other properties you would consider selling? Maybe something that needs some work, maybe something that needs some love, something that's just a big headache in your life, right?
And Brent, when I wasn't asking that question, man, I started asking that question recently. And dude, you look back and like how many deals I could have had if I would have asked that just before I got off the phone. I'm ready to go to the next one. But you just forget. You get in that zone, you forget. But just ask. Don't worry about the house, y'all. It's not about the house, man. I promise you, it's about the situation. Because when I first started, here's the deal. My business blew up when we talked. But here's the deal. I was doing deals. I remember I told you I did a 17.5, I split it, whatever the case is. I did 6 deals from bandit signs. I made 30 grand in 1 month. That's when Max came to Birmingham last year, whatever, right? Dude, I blew the money. I didn't know what to do with the money. I thought I was going to be able to make it like it. Nobody. God said, you playing. You got to be a steward of this money. Mm-hmm. I want to get in that, but God is great, man. God is great, bro. And you, bro, I appreciate you, man, because I'm not gonna lie, 49,000, man. I told my cousin today, I said, listen, I'm about to buy the Jordans I always wanted, like just little stuff, man, like little stuff.
Don't blow that money.
Nah. See, that's what Brian Tripp said. I said, Brian, man, I don't know what to do. He said, don't buy it on stupid. Don't buy it on stupid. I said, listen. I really, real talk, man. I started this, man, as a hustler. I I think I'm turning into a businessman. I had the mentality before, but I really see it. It's in my hands. I really smell it. I can touch it. It's not a dream. It's really, you put the work in, man. Life can change overnight. I'm not even gonna lie. If you really, really want to put the work in.
100%. So let's go back. So you got she wanted 90,000 for this property. You
Yes.
go, do you meet her? Do you meet her face to face? Do you meet at the property? Or are you doing this all?
Never saw this lady. She lives in Georgia. Never saw the lady. Sweet lady, man. I learned so much about Birmingham, Alabama, the history on this house. She bought the land and built the house. They couldn't find. That's why it took so long, because they had issues finding the owners. But the owners was deceased, and the lady, she's on dialysis. She's an older lady. You know, I spoke to her on the phone, built a relationship. I don't really like using rapport, man.
Right.
In sales, man, if you build a rapport, I think that's short term.
Yep.
If you build a relationship, you know, we can call her back later on just to check in on her, see how she's doing, see how the family, like, you know what I mean, that type of stuff, man. So
yeah,
that's how that went.
But she owned the property, right?
It was left in her family. It was left in her family. It was probate. It ended up being a probate, man. It ended up being a probate. Yep.
So she takes ownership of it. And did she have ownership of it already, or was it going through probate when you? They
already had settled. They had property in Birmingham. They had property in Ohio. They had property everywhere, dude. And she's schooling me on the game, like, hey, you need to do this. You need to do this, do this. I'm like, yeah. This is what I'm doing. Like, I'm really trying to build some wealth long term. Land is building wealth. You know, like you said, the land. You say it all the time on your YouTube page, man.
Yep.
You know.
So this was just a piece of land?
No, it was a house. It was a little house on it. It was 3 bedroom, 2 bath. But in this area, dude, a lot of investors are scared of this area, because it's an older area. No one has. I sent it out. I only have 4 buyers, dude.
You only have 4 right now,
dude.
Come on.
You talk to people. You solve the problem. You don't have no issues. You don't have no issues selling it. But I'm trying to create a business. I'm trying to help people, really help people. I need to have that. Excuse me, man. Excuse me. But I need to have. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you get it under contract. You send it out to your 4 buyers.
4 buyers, bro. And I forgot to tell you, during this time, I have 4 houses under contract. I sent it to one of my good friends out here. He's another wholesaler, Philip Arthurs. Good guy, man. Philip, shout out to you, man. I really appreciate you. We split this deal. I said, listen, I know we can make X on it. We'll split it. I knew he ran the numbers. He's a realtor. He's he's out here. And he said, dude, we can make 47.5 on it. I'm like, all right, cool. No, let's do it. So we send it out. Long story short, I get a text at 12 a.m. saying, hey, I want out of this agreement. Someone's saying that you're trying to do something with my house. I'm just like, okay, hey, I'll let you out the agreement. And like I told you, whatever the case is, I'm not lying to you. I told you what the deal is. Like, I say, because I tell them, hey, sir, I'm the buyer. We use capital partners. We have capital partners, XYZ. Okay, never had any issues. Somebody went around, Brent, and said, hey, these guys are trying to sell us the house. And I'm just like, man, that's not right.
Yeah.
Right. That's not right. And see, that's the deal. 47.5. Look how God worked. 47.5, we lose that, but I came back with 50. And me and him tomorrow I pick up a check for 14 grand. We split it. Look at God. I don't care about the 47.5 because it's not about the money with me.
Yeah.
That's 64,000 in 1 month.
Yep. So wait, what did you make on that deal? What did you sell that one? You locked it up for 90?
140.
And you sold it for 140. And what'd you net?
49,391.
Come on, man.
Brent. It's real, man. That's all I gotta say. It's really real, man. And I really appreciate you, man. Real talk. Like, I've been looking for something like this for years, man. Everyone knows me personally. I'm a grinder. I like sales. I like people. And it's just, I'm here to just, you gotta create your own lane. Like my shirt says, create your own lane, man. That's it.
I love it. I love it. So speak now to somebody that is just hearing this for the first time or just getting into it, or they just discovered wholesaling. What advice would you give them to really start taking action so that they can start making a difference in their community?
Wholesaling is real. Don't let no one try to tell you anything different. Stay focused. You will run through trials and tribulations. You will just enjoy the process, enjoy the learning curve. You will lose a lot of money as far as the assignment fees on the table, because some people are, they're not out here trying to serve people, because even here you get a lot of people saying, hey, I can do this for you. And really you can't do anything. You know what I mean? So my thing is stay focused. Stay hungry and understand it doesn't matter when that deal is going to come. You never know when your life's going to change. You might be right there. You might be right there and you quit, you turn back around, it's game over. It's many times, Brent, where I said, listen, all right, during that time, I didn't have those deals. I didn't have any deals for 6 months. I went back to work and I had an issue. I had something happen in my life, man. I was just like, God, this is it. Show me, I need you. Game over.
Just like that.
Just like that.
I love it. I love it. How do you, now anybody that wants to send a message to you, want to give you support, or maybe they're in Alabama, they want to do some deals, joint venture with it. How do people reach out to you? I know that you've got a podcast. I know you've got a Facebook page. How do people find you?
Man, listen, hit me up on Instagram, on Facebook. It's J Scott Speaks. You'll see me with a tie on, with this little peanut head. J Scott Speaks, Inside the Mind of John Scott on Apple, on, Spotify. I speak raw and uncut. I think it's time for the entrepreneurs in the world to come together and realize that, man, we got a voice, and it's crazy what this world is coming to. We just got to operate in love, man. And let's change these lives and serve the people, make an impact in your community, man, and understand God's first, and let's go get it. That's
100%. I love it. I love it. And listen, guys, this is almost a $50,000 deal from just having this conversation with somebody that had already sold a property. Don't close the door until you ask that question. Do you have any other properties that you would consider an offer on? Because it could be the difference between an extra $50,000. This is real. This is
and you don't need, listen, when you first starting, man, listen, go get you a deal. Go get you a deal. I got 4 cash buyers. I'm still learning. I've been in 2 years. Listen. Go be proactive, please. Be proactive, talk to people, and understand there's a lot of people out here. Wholesaling is hot, y'all. Wholesaling is hot. People aren't who they say they are. Make sure you vet these people, man. Brent Daniels, bro. Listen, Wholesaling Inc, Rhino Squad. Listen, I love you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Love you too. And listen, everybody out there, if you want to watch us, make sure that you put a face with a voice and see John and me on this interview at Brent Daniels' YouTube channel. And if you are interested in joining the most proactive group in real estate investing, it is the TTP.
Do it. If you're on the fence, this is no plug. This is no plug, Brent. Yo, Brent is not paying me. He's not asking me. Brent is genuine. If you're on the fence, let's have some fun.
Yeah, love it. Go to wholesalinginc.com/TTP, wholesalinginc.com/TTP. Check it out. If it feels good in your gut, sign up for a call. I look forward to working with you personally.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, John, for being on here. Until next time, guys, I encourage you to talk to people. See ya. Love you.
All right, man. Thank you so much, Brent. Thank you, man.